Welcome. Thank y'all for tuning back in and listening. Pleasure, your favorite untraditional podcast. I know it's been a minute, but we back, warming up, getting ready to kick off for season two. And y'all know how we do. Um, as we always say, take this time to share live on your social medias, all your different platforms. Like, click, and subscribe to our pages. And without that, we appreciate the love we have for season one. And season two, we supposed to start it a couple weeks ago, but it's been a lot busy going on, and the night was all a little hectic too. But without, we came back, and we here, and we're gonna make it rock. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce one or two of the people that's on tonight. So as y'all know, my main man, my one of my almost every episode co-host, the one and only Mouthfall Mike, and I'm gonna bring him to the stage. Y'all give it up for Mike.
What up, though? What up, though? What up,
What's
though?
going
Welcome
on?
back. Welcome
No
back.
doubt, no
Welcome
doubt.
back. Welcome back. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm here, man. You know what I mean? Little setbacks here and there, but I'm here. I can't complain. I ain't
I can go for
complaining.
that.
Ain't gonna do no good anyway. But
I can go for that.
this the new norm. I got some nerve damage I'm fighting with daily. But we here. We here, man. How about yourself, man? How you been?
I ain't complaining at all, man. Just trying to work hard and move forward, man. Move forward.
No question, no question. And next up to the stage, we're gonna welcome me and y'all seen him on a couple of episodes last year. I mean last season. So last year. Last season. And brother always got a lot to say. Y'all welcome to the stage, Marty Ma.
Peace. How y'all feeling, man? I've
What's
been
up,
on the
bro? How you
move. Cooler, man. Been on the move, man. It's been a hectic day, but I'm here. We here. I'm glad to be a part of season two, man. So I'm in motion right now, but I'm here. I'm gonna jump in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's all good. Like I say, welcome everybody. Please like, subscribe, share. And today we just gonna get it in and warm it up for season two. I know season one we had some great episodes that we all wanted to run back, and we're working on that with the law enforcement, working on that with the real estate people, and we're bringing the hip hop show back. It's gonna be a little different with the hip hop. We're gonna run down some of the. It's gonna be a classic. Some of the top 10 or whatever. We're gonna get together. We're gonna make a show. The hip hop show gonna be right. I like the way we did it last time, and I like more people involved this go around to get it right.
Yeah, I can go for that.
With that being said, bro, go ahead. What's going on, Mike?
Man, shit, man. Regular everyday life. The talk of the day is the election. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
election. Like it's actually been a talk about the last 2 months. Um, I my main thing for people was just go vote, man. Like I don't care. I wrote in somebody because I don't think neither candidate is the best candidate. And people say the lesser of two evils. I wrote in somebody. I was more concerned with our local government, so
that's what's
I
up.
voted based off that. But that whole who gonna be the next leader of the free world, man. Um, I'm on a sabbatical trying not to curse, so I ain't gonna say what I want to say. But nah, I'm alright on them two people.
Yeah, man. Listen, I dig it.
Yeah.
And speaking of elections, so we got a new thing coming in this season. The we got a 5 for 5. We gonna be 5 hot topics of the week. We're gonna do it for 5 minutes, and we're gonna talk about that on our 5 for 5. Then we can
I'm
spill
with
over
that.
some more from there. Um, what's been going on in your world, Marty?
Man, it's been a hectic day. It's been a hectic day, man. I dropped so many balls. I don't, this might be the platform to talk about overcoming personal setbacks. Man, don't let it beat you up because it's part of my language. But I effed up bad today, all day, all day.
It's
I'm
all right, man.
effed
It
up right
happens.
now.
It happens
It happens, man. We just
like
gotta,
that.
yeah, it do. It do. Just gotta keep going because tomorrow another day. So
That's right.
I'm good. I'm glad to be here though.
I got somebody else on the platform. I'm gonna add him to the stage. I'm gonna see who it is. I don't know offhand. Y'all, welcome to the stage, Chris. You know, Chris, you on? You came in to get on. I don't know who it is. Chris must not be ready. Let's see when he come back. Just let us know when you're ready.
And I got you super choppy, bro.
Me?
Yeah, like you coming through your mic super choppy.
Okay. Mhm. Anybody else the same way? I'm still coming choppy. Let me see who in the comments. Vaughn said, "Hey, Vaughn, I'm coming through choppy." You did say breaking up. I'm coming through choppy still. Y'all, let me know. There's always something. Just say it was one of them days, then you might. I'm still choppy, Mike.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. I'm about to scratch again. I'm
Just
about
a
to take
little
it
better.
off. If it don't work, I'm gonna take it off and just go with the
Marty, is he
regular
kind of
mic.
choppy to you?
Yeah, it's a little feedback, like staticky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little staticky.
All right, let me see what I can do with this. Take it off. Just unhook up. Can you hear me now, Mike?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Let me take all this off. I don't know. I gotta check my mic out. See what's going on with that. That's cool. That's cool. Glad y'all caught that. That's what we got the kicking. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Marty. What you want to say? You had one of them days, right?
Yes, sir. Man, I went to go get Mike hair done in Virginia Beach, and to get his hair done, the daggone thing took. It was supposed to be 3 hours, man. We got started at 12,
Uh-huh.
and we we got started at like 10:30, washing it,
Mm-hmm.
detangling, and all that. Supposed to be done in 3 hours. I was because I got to be at the program at 5:30. But before
Yeah.
that, I was supposed to go work the poll because my man Waylon was running for city council. So supposed to get done with the hair, go work the poll for an hour, go to the program from 6 to 8:30, jump on a phone call at 8:30, and then come on with y'all at 9.
Yeah.
None of that happened. Like the head didn't even we didn't even get finished with the head till 7, man. Then I had to go from Virginia Beach to Hampton, 7:30. The meeting goes over till 8:30. Then I missed the 8:30 meeting. Then I caught y'all. So I did two out of the five.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it was rough because I'm usually on point, man. Like I have my stuff lined up. I still I still ain't really processed it yet. So I'm just letting everybody else know. Don't beat yourself up too bad. So I can take that advice later on when I'm by myself replaying the day. 'Cause
Fact.
it's rough.
Fact.
Yeah. Did y'all get a chance to vote and all that?
Yeah, man. I had to go outside.
That's what's up. It's a good thing, man. It's a good thing.
Yeah. No,
Hmm.
I don't participate. I ain't even saying sugarcoat. I don't participate. I watch. I look. I may talk some shit in there, but I don't participate.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the same way. Um, I respect it, and I don't. It's like politics is like spirituality, sexuality, all that kind of stuff is personal, man. I don't get into other people's business. You vote how you want, love who you want, pray to who you want to pray to. I don't,
Correct, correct,
and that avoids so much conflict and so many disagreements with me in my personal life. Like I'm not trying to convince anybody, and I hope they don't try to convince me because it's not going to work.
correct.
So
I can go for
just
that.
yeah, just stay in my space. I definitely respect the process. Um, but this one is just I mean, they all really tricky for real, but this one was it was a tricky one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get on that in a second,
Pretty
man.
tricky.
And but listen, so with that being said, man, I'm glad y'all dudes back. So
Yeah,
love doing what we do. Uh,
for sure.
we just want to talk about some of the things. Let's start off with a little bit on the youth, man. Like it's so deep, flies in these streets. Like there's no one solution. There's no one thing. It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a village. Like how can we help street by street make these streets safer again for the kids that's not involved in the streets? Like out the PTC and like them kids leave the sky zone and they just run around. They beating up security. They fighting kids and ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They just buck wild. And like, you know what I mean? So I want to talk about stuff like that because we got to make, I mean, the youth is the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So
It's
I just
so many
think
layers to it.
facts.
It's layers, man, and like being in the work and like this close to the pulse of it. Like the children are what you call the manifest. It's are the results of
Mm-hmm.
the household, right? And so then a lot of times they say blame the parents, but talking to the parents of 15-year-olds, the parents aren't even 40 yet. You know what I mean? It's crazy how young the parents of 15-year-olds are, man. They be in their early 30s. And
Yeah,
if they still influenced by popular culture, they pretty much carrying it the same way their children carrying it. Responding to conflict, everything is aggressive. I gotta be right. If you wrong, you gotta die. Like everything is extreme. And it's like the criminal code is glorified. Man, it's crazy because it's like if we if we really look at the culture right now, and this how it's been for the over probably 2 decades, man, we glorify everything that was wicked: sex, drugs, money, crime. Like who's the toughest? Who got a body? Who get money? Who like it's crazy. And so now we see the youngest out here. It's just a continuation of that sickness. And so then a lot of them have diagnosis, right? Whether it's ADHD or whatever the mental health space might be. Then you throw some drugs and some liquor and some lean, and then you throw all of that stuff on it. And then the household be toxic as hell. The way the parents talk to the youngins, treating them crazy, yo, it's you can't even say blame the parents no more. You gotta talk to the great grandparents because grandma ain't right. The grandmother of a 15-year-old might be in her 50s.
mm,
And if she ain't right, she ain't right. Like, if she not right, the mother's not right, and then it's the kids out here with these switches ain't gonna be right. And so we have, as a culture, as a community, we really gotta hold each other accountable. Like, it's deep. It's deep. It's so deep. It's sad, but it's hope. I mean, I know it can turn around because we ain't always been like this, but just it's tough, man.
So so since since the end of last season, in our city, we done had two kids get killed on the way to going to school, right?
Yes.
And
Back to back.
I sat in on the emergency city council meeting. I heard a lot of people say a lot of stuff, right? And like it was one of them times where y'all knowing me would think it's crazy because I couldn't really fix my mouth to say the words that needed to be said in that room, right?
Yeah.
But like everybody keep telling these kids that it ain't worth dying for, that it ain't worth going to jail for. But
Yeah.
obviously for them it is, bro.
Yeah.
And I think part of what we keep missing out on is while we telling them it ain't worth dying for, we not showing them what's worth living for. Like because the same like bro Marty just said, right? Like while we telling them that they ain't supposed to live that way, we got Call of Duty soon as it come out, calling everybody a bitch ass nigga while we killing them on the video screen. We
Hmm.
like every show that is watched by black people is selling dope, fucking bitches. Man, Tyler Perry got a fucking bitches and selling dope show now, bro. Like, like we scream "Welcome home, Meech" like we knew that nigga. But when a black person go get their doctorate, we ain't showing
Oh,
that same love. Like we don't glorify nothing good. We
Right.
glorify everything bad while we telling these kids that ain't the way life's supposed to be. But we'll be late for work on a Friday because we had to stay up Thursday night at 12 o'clock to catch the latest episode of Ghost or or BMF or The Shy. Anything about some selling some dope and getting some money and some people getting killed. Like Tommy, I don't watch none of them shows. But I know
None of them.
Tommy and Ghost real niggas because they kill shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's who we are, have we have become as a people. While we trying to tell these youth that that ain't the way life's supposed to be. But a nigga like Meech gonna come home straight to a bag, sitting on podcasts talking about his life and talking about the good times he had in that life and talking about how he made it through prison and Adam 22 that gave a lane for gangsters to just sit around and talk about gangster shit all day long and get rich and famous off it. And we trying to tell these kids that it ain't no future in that shit. And they actually turning and watching that for our people, it is a future. Yeah, you might have to go to prison. So people gonna have to die. But if I make it through this shit, I can get a lot of money just telling people I made it through it because black people glorify that shit.
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
Like Shy says, it's sell out shit, and it's like it's true, man.
Yeah. For sure.
We we feed off the negativity, bro. Like that's what they love.
Everybody can tell you that Whitney Houston said the children are our future. But they forgot the next part of that shit. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Yeah.
Not they the future, so let them figure it the fuck out. We supposed to be teaching them, bro.
It's on
That's
us.
where we you feel what I'm saying? Like, but don't nobody want to hold that ball. And like we dropped the ball. We made them believe that like we when we went in the streets, we had some sort of a plan. It won't to stay in the streets forever. Like they found something like we ain't show them niggas ended up going to prison or whatever. We didn't show them that the end all be all won't going to stand in the streets our whole goddamn life. And
Right.
these kids
Exactly.
like are like man, they can rap about killing people, go to jail for 5 years, come home and make a whole nother album and be the hottest nigga walking out of the jail because he ain't snitch on nobody. And he you feel what I'm saying? Like, man, Thug about to have the number one album in the world. Thug about to have the number one album in the world. Watch what I tell you. Like
Hmm.
it's sad. It's sad because we ain't showing them that life is all smoke and mirrors. Like and because of the fact that it's done become profitable, it's even harder. It's
Yeah,
even harder because they seeing that it's money in that lifestyle. Yeah, It's just like think about a kid who ain't good at school. What's his college plan? Go get me 5 years in prison. Come home a quote unquote real nigga. I can get on podcasts and talk about it. I can make a rap album even if I can't rap because I'm popular now. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's sad. It's sad.
And like you say, it's a blind leading the blind. But I just feel like, and I also feel like this to some people, man. Like should I say, no guidance. To some people, a lot of these nonprofits and these platforms, they show up when there's an incident going on, boost their followings, march, and then they don't. That's not gonna help the kids. You know what I'm saying? You just can't show up, say something, talk to them, don't listen to them, say all these same old speeches and then all that. That's not helping nothing, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them do it, and they want to take a million pictures on social media to say who's there. We talk to the kids. Yeah, but you're not helping. Like, if you really for these kids, what type of solution? What type like? I'm trying not to say it, but I got some stuff set up, and this will be said more in the episodes we have coming up. And we want to talk to the kids, but we want to hear from the kids. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to get an understand.
Yeah,
You know,
listen.
get an understanding. Then you got to understand there's no one thing gonna solve it. We got to be consistent with what we doing for these kids. We got to keep showing up. We just can't show up one month out the year or one day out the year and expect that one day we show up that's gonna make a difference. Because we got to show them that we're gonna be there for them. Got they back. Because that's what them rappers and everything else you talking about. They're talking that crazy shit. They showing up every day on social media talking to them, every day on lives, responding to them, doing shit like that. So
Yeah.
damn, they say I'm still choppy. I don't fuck up in the game.
hmm
But
Yeah, it might be your mic.
now I done took the mic off. I'm on the webcam. I don't know what it is, but
Mm.
I got a solution though. But yeah, man, that shit is beyond crazy.
Oh yeah, I had to double down. It's not just mothers and grandmothers; it's also fathers and grandfathers, if present. And I will say it's a lot of brothers stepping up. I've been in, lately I've been in situations where the guys have been coming out. Like I would say it's 50-50. We already know it's issues in the home where the parents aren't together, but I gotta give it to the men as far as being active. Um, it's one thing being active, it's another thing being pro-social. And like when I go into the jails or whatever, the whole programs are about pro-social behavior, pro-social skills. And when you're dealing with pro-social, it's like in the street, all our views are anti-social because we're pretty much anti-law and anti-establishment. But to blend in, that's when it comes to the point where what's the sense of right? Like, what's the right thing to do in situations? The right way to handle conflict, the right way to get money, the right way to be a man, the right way to be a person, right? And so, a lot of times, principles and morals don't get taught, and it's not just pointing fingers at mothers and grandmothers, um, because fathers and grandfathers have a role to play in it as well. So, I would just say parenting. I would say it's definitely a parenting issue because we can't blame the youngest. They can be held accountable for their behavior, for their actions and whatnot, but it stems from a lack of guidance.
Oh shit.
That's crazy. I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back, man. Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm still chopped up.
No, you sound a little bit better now.
All right, that's cool. All right, I just use it like this then. My bad, man. I forgot to turn the mic on when I connected my phone. I don't know what's going on, man. laptop and stuff, bro. Go ahead, man. My bad for the interruption, man.
No, you good.
Um, but yeah, man, I just think a lot of those guys like to be seen, like we say, for attention, show up, and then they gone. Like then when something else come back, show up, gone. Like nah, man, that ain't good. We gotta be consistent. Show them they care. Like how many kids really receiving any type of love or affection from somebody other than somebody in the streets, somebody in their home, somebody in their family. Everybody tell the little nigga you gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? They don't get no type of affection. They can't even tell nobody what they got going on. You know, it's crazy out here for some of these kids, bro.
Ain't no question. And that's what I mean. Like, it's if every person that's involved with the youth sit down and spend, if we all spent 50 hours a week with them, right? If we spent 10 hours a day with them, Monday
Shit, you ain't gotta do
through
that 2 hours a day make a big
it,
difference, bro.
hell no, it don't. If they going home and that shit is lit, they smoking reefer, crack, selling dope out the crib, drinking, smacking the shit out of them, tell them they ain't nothing. Them 2 hours
Yeah.
don't mean nothing, cuz I'm telling you. I,
To some
I
if you consistent with it though. Like
if 2 hours don't
and I
outdo
only and I only
22.
say that and I only say that because it you gotta be consistent. Because with the little 2 hours we do in football, well you granted because sometimes we do more. It takes some as they get older. You just gotta be consistent. But see, like you say, you're gonna talk to them throughout the day. Like some people only deal with the kid when they see him, and then that's it. Like
Mm-hmm.
that kid can't reach out to text them,
Yeah.
reach out to talk. They got a problem. You know, you got to have an open line of communication. Whether it's like I made just my Instagram just for the kids to have another way to reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you granted the 2 hours ain't shit, but then it may be 2 hours a day on Instagram and other shit that we chatting and doing shit. So I get what you're saying, cause some people ain't gonna have that 4 5 hours a day to give them. That two beats a blank. You just got to be consistent with your two though. If you could give them 2 hours a day, 4 5 days a week, that should add up.
So one of my little homies,
Hmm.
and he grown, but I met him when he was younger. Like and he was wild, wild. And I really started rocking with him because even though he was wild, like he knew my son wasn't that type of kid. So he used to literally like try to keep him out the way, right?
Hmm.
When I found that out, I started rocking with the little youngin.
Facts.
And like the little youngin, wow, 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 wow.
Hmm.
But then I met his mama, and his mama is somebody we know. And all his uncles been in prison all the time, and all his aunts been in prison all the time. And I was kind of like, man, you ain't really that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, without knowing his background, like he was a wild, wild little dude. But as soon as I saw what he come from, now I can see the restraint in him. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
some of these kids be fighting a losing battle because everything around them toxic. So that
Everything.
little 2 hours could be the ray of sunshine to let them know that look, man, this ain't really how life's supposed to be. And I got a chance to get out of it. One of my childhood friends, and I would never talk about him or say his name without talking to him first and saying I was gonna do that. But one of my childhood friends played sports in our city, played point guard and quarterback, and his whole goal was to get out of this city because he was surrounded by toxicity. Mama owned drugs, daddy an alcoholic. Everything was horrible. Man, I'm gonna use my athletic ability to get away from here. And once I leave, I ain't turning around. And his life is full of successes. And his life is full of successes. But
Listen.
running across them coaches who made him understand that his talent could take him away from here was everything he needed to change his life.
Yes.
Because it changed. Like It changed his grades. It changed his attitude. Now he went from fighting all the time to not wanting to get suspended because I
Fact.
know if I get suspended, it could take me away from the game. And it's like
Fact.
his grades, like he graduated top 4 or 5% in his class because I'm gonna get me a scholarship to get away from here. I found me a way out, and that's the way. So, like, whatever it take for a lot of these kids, man. Like at the end of the day, we can't keep losing kids at the bus stop.
For
So if
sure.
it's
Yeah.
2 hours, so if it's 2 hours, and like my goal is to be available 10 hours a day to 'em.
Yeah.
But that come like Mo- Marty, like the cities don't just be trying to give it away to people yet. Like
Right.
my goal is to be with them 10 hours a day because I believe the formula that we have can work because we show them, man, I'm here for you. If I open my cash out right now, I can literally show you, man. And this year alone, I probably done cash out $8,000 to kids. But I
Yeah.
know if I don't get him a ride home, somebody car gonna get him a ride home by choice
Yeah.
or by force. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Like, man,
But the surrounding environment and the family is horrible. I was just having this talk with someone the other day, and we, like you said, the family, and I just say, listen, it's sad. I say, listen, man, just going back to the granddaddy or the great granddaddy, their family like I do.
Yeah.
Name one male in that family. We talking about a family. I ain't gonna say the name. Name one male in that family that ever had a job. Every male in that family is banging, slanging in the streets. And then
facts,
look at all the females. That's all they mess with is the dope boys. You know what I'm
facts,
saying?
facts.
Your whole family. So how you expect to do? You know what I'm saying? Like it's 10 times harder for that. Cause that's what they gonna push on. The minute you wanna, like for instance, I'll give you a prime example. I was thinking about this. Everybody hate on Russell Wilson and say this, that, and the third. That man ain't never hated on nobody, never did this. That man take care of his responsibilities, work, go home and this. They say he lame, he corny, he ain't black, he ain't this. Why? Cause he ain't a street dude, cause he ain't wearing his pants off his ass, and everything else he ain't black and he corny. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta tighten the fuck up as a people, bro. You know what
Man.
I'm saying? Like everybody, listen, and then oh man, I could go on for days because the shit is crazy. It's like everybody got to be street related or relevant to make themselves be somebody. Like the same way these dudes you see on these corners, 45, 50 years old, refuse to give up the game because, truth be told, a lot of them give up the game. They go back to being nobody, and they can't
I,
take that. You
I
know what I'm
met you.
saying?
I met you in 1996. You was selling nickel bags of weed. I walk up on Old Town in 2024. You still selling nickel bags of weed, bro. You should retire. you,
Yeah,
you
at what point do you get a street stuff and say, all right, let me go get a job? But they
should,
can't be the man. They can't say they hustling. The lifestyle that come with it, and then now they nobody. Because now if they ain't hanging on the corner selling drugs, half of the people that's supposed to be their crew or their friends don't fuck with them once that's gone.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people just got that pride. That's why they love the street life for the attention. You know
And
what I'm
when all
saying?
them and when all them people gone, that person find out they don't really like they self and they need them people around. Because if
Yeah.
they ain't around, you got to deal with yourself, and you ain't real comfortable with yourself.
And that's why a lot of
A
people got
lot of
mental health issues.
yeah. Yeah. Self identity. And then it's like, why do we feel we have to identify as gangsters and drug dealers and thugs and whatever the demons and all the kind of stuff that we call ourselves? Like it gets down to self work, man. We gotta really work on how we see ourselves and to put place value back in life again. And that's what I mean. Like these are things. I'm not saying that the time that we spend with the youth don't count, right?
No, I
It
know what you
does.
mean. I know exactly what you mean.
It's just like I really advocate for more programming for the adults too. Like just because a person gets older don't mean that they grow up. It's
Man.
It's dudes who might do 10 years. They go in at 18, they come home at 28. They're not really 28. They didn't mature socially. Like they did time in prison or whatever, but socially they didn't have a job. They didn't deal with regular people. They just didn't mature. And so they still make decisions like an 18 or 19-year-old would, running through
bro.
paper, disrespecting shit. So it's like, adult programs, man, I believe, as
Listen,
an
and
alternative.
that's huge because I'm gonna go on the other end, not even about the prison end. How many people, like you say, because they in their 20s, they not grown. A lot of people were sheltered, hidden in the house by their parents. So when they hit the real world, you really looking at a 13 to 14-year-old because they've been in the house, they go to school, their mama make them stay in the house, and they don't really know nothing. And bruh, a lot of shit, common sense ain't common no more, bruh. It ain't common out here no more. Like a lot of people just don't have common sense to a lot of shit, bruh. So it's the blind, like she said, the blind leading the blind, and it's a lot, man. It's just so deep. It's so many layers to the reality to the problem. But yeah, like you say, you just got to start somewhere. We all got to start somewhere and just keep going, keep working day by day, try to get better and better with it.
And one of the things I think is that like so many parents forget what
Hmm.
it's like to be a kid. It's like you became a parent and forgot that you was 15 before, and you don't remember what it was like to be a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old. Like that, like it kind of start with like you said, we have to talk to the kid. Each kid is gonna tell you what they need. Like it ain't no it ain't no blueprint on how to fix every kid. That's why you have to engage them. You have to be willing to talk to them and listen to them. Not just tell them what you want to tell them. And
Mm,
cause in our era, we had people who was trying to talk to us, but they was trying to force their own agenda down our throat. It won't necessarily that they was trying to hear what we had to say. There was no excuse for what we was doing and how we was doing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and if you listen to some of these kids, you can understand them. Like, and then you
yeah,
can if you can understand and you can help. Like it ain't you can't just come at them and say it's this is this is this. And like when I was talking about the city council meeting, like they talking about getting a mental health treatment and putting them with all these different groups. But you talking to a kid who don't care if he die tomorrow.
yeah.
Like you think he cared to register for a mental health group and he don't even really care whether like, you got to make him want to understand that his life is worth living before we get him into all these other spaces. Like we just try to throw everybody in the same little box and say, let's get them on this conveyor belt of how you fix people. And that's not what it is with the new generation of people yet.
Let's try to catch up on some of these comments, man. I've been harping on it today. I'm just start from here. Let's see. Shot say the parents get them a phone and leave them at home alone. Yeah, the phone and social media is raising a lot of them. The blind leading the blind. True, like I say, common sense is not common. She said common sense is gone. There's so many layers to it. Okay, I'm definitely gonna show this. She say, y'all are doing a great job. Yes, you guys are. Anybody that volunteers their time for free to help this youth, we highly appreciate you. Ah, good comment. So this one say it takes a village to keep our youth on a strong path. Parents don't facts. Parents don't want nobody telling their kids right from wrong. So the village get cut off, get cut short. That goes back to how we said on the episode last year about how you used to have the old people on the porch and Miss Johnson and everybody else can correct you by the time your mama get home. Somebody now you can't even say that. Miss Johnson tell you, boy, stop throwing them rocks over there at that car. Your mama gonna come home. It's gonna be don't be talking to my fucking son. It's crazy. Like so,
But you
Yeah.
got to
I
think about it though. That
Mama don't know
that
better.
that that moment
Time for
that mama
revelation.
probably 26,
Yeah.
Yo,
and that
yo,
mama been a
yo.
mama for 12 years.
Hmm.
And
Like
then
she
everybody want, and then they want their kids to. Everybody's so big on. I want my kid to have all the shit I didn't have, but then you forget to give them some of the things that you had that made it valuable for you to be a good person. Like nobody,
It's
I don't know, it's
discipline.
crazy. Man. No
and
discipline, no structure,
Yeah.
no nothing. Like
and
The
for
question.
me and for me when you say giving them the stuff you didn't have, like I that's more about knowledge and understanding than it is about stuff. Like I
That's how it
wish
should be.
I tried to pass down stuff to my kids like don't procrastinate. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
mm,
you to become a procrastinator and then try to fix procrastination. Nah, from the beginning, I know procrastination is where one of my biggest downfalls in my life. So
my
from and
biggest
I
flaw, my biggest problem, bro.
so I'm a be on them super hard from the beginning to not even let that procrastination spirit get in them because I know that the only thing that can stop you is you. You feel what I'm saying? Like it
Right.
won't
Hmm.
necessarily that I wanted to make sure they had the cool ass Jordan collection. I wanted to know that your brain worked in a way where you understood what winning and success and happiness and stuff was. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Not
Hmm.
doubt and fear and it was for me it was always about more about passing down knowledge and wisdom and not necessarily giving them stuff and plus as a kid I kind of had stuff so it wasn't
Right.
really that big of you know what I mean like we had stuff what we didn't have was like preparing us for walking out the door we was great for being with people and not embarrassing the family name and being good in the house and going to school and doing your schoolwork. But then I got put on the bus to go 5.5 hours away from home to go to college, and I ain't have one decision making skill. All I knew was I could do what I want when I want, and don't nobody care because it's already paid for. That's how the college look at it. So
Right.
I'm gonna come up there and mess that up bad because I don't even know how to manage my time or none of that. I just want to have fun because now I can finally have fun without adult supervision. So like we gotta pass down. That's the stuff we need to pass down, not necessarily. Man, I want my son to have some cool ass Jordans and Timberlands. That don't really matter in life.
It does not. It doesn't. I agree. I agree 100%, man.
Like the more we act like like if you really think about it, and I ain't never really been this dude, but I'm just a thinker. Like our ancestors didn't have stuff to pass down, but
Right.
they passed down a lot of stuff, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
They didn't have a whole lot of stuff to give you, but they had a whole lot of stuff to give you because you
Hmm.
learned like they passed down wisdom. They tried to not let you make the same mistakes that they made. They tried, you know what I mean? They tried to help you see the hurdles that would come in front of your life. Like they didn't pass you down a wedding dress, but they
They go
passed you down the
OG. They go
knowledge.
JoJo.
Uh
Ask
To,
her
oh,
to
where's
be a good
the
spouse.
tough love. JoJo say where's the tough love.
Yeah,
You right. No more of that.
well,
that'll get you hemmed up a little bit.
well, and a little bit tough love is a good and a bad thing. Cause a
You
lot
gotta
of times,
be.
like if you don't balance that love out, like
Mm,
like sometimes being hard on people, you gotta balance it with being soft too. Cause if
Yeah.
you
hmm
always showing tough love, are you really showing love or are you just being tough?
And then with
Right?
that too, a lot of the parents, a lot of the people who discipline the children don't have management of their own emotions, and so they frustrated with life, with work, with relationships, whatever. And then when they get to beating the kids, man, it's something different. Like everything don't deserve a ass whipping, a belt, a punch. Like they are children, man. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like
Hmm.
I feel a certain way, man. Cause I know I didn't have days where I didn't got two whippings in a day. And that didn't stop my behavior. It stopped me from getting caught. I'm like, all right, I done got caught 2 times, got my ass whipped. I'm definitely not gonna get caught again. It didn't change my behavior. It changed
Yeah,
how I felt about the consequences.
fact.
All right, fellas. Well, listen, we into the show. We're gonna try
All
to
right.
introduce this new little segment we got going on. Let me see if I got everything loaded up. So for y'all, like I said at the beginning of the show, we got our little segment. We're gonna give you 5 hot topics for the week, and it's gonna run 5 minutes, and then we're going into the next topic. I think we picked out 5 topics from the beginning of the show, or 5 topics in the week. So welcome to our new 5 for 5, and everybody in here.
Okay.
Oh,
That's our new segment, the new 5 for 5. We got 5 on it. So with that being said, we're gonna roll right into topic number one. And topic number one, the election. That's what y'all started off with the show, and that's what we was talking about. Normally I wouldn't say nothing, but I'm gonna get into it, and I'm gonna just be honest. The election, I watch and I normally be into some of them a little bit. This one I haven't paid zero attention to for real. Whatever I see come across the TV, I didn't go looking for anything to break anything down. Uh, and I'm not participating in this election. Call it what you want for whatever reasons. That's how I'm gonna break down start the election. What you guys got to say about it? I know some of y'all may be following. You may want to say who winning, who winning what state, whatever. Jojo, I see
oh.
you on here. I know you got something to say about the election. So go ahead.
So I need glasses so I can't tell you uh who up where. I can't tell you how many electoral votes nobody got because I can't see that far. I gotta go to the eye doctor. I will say, um, for the sake of my pop, who we ain't have a lot of arguments in life. One of them arguments was about voting. I
Hmm.
do vote. Um, out of respect for him, I'm kind of like you. I don't really like. I'm actually interested in our local government, right? Uh,
That's where it starts.
city council, mayor, um, school board. I'm kind of interested in that stuff. As far as the two people running um for the presidency of the United States, um, I think whichever one of them become president is bad. So I don't know. People that say be the lesser of two evils, or like just stick with the party. Like I ain't Democrat or Republican. I'm kind of like I kind of look at the views my own way. Um, so I wrote in somebody for the presidential, um, and I know he got at least one vote, and that worked for me. Uh,
Yeah,
but,
man. I feel
like
you.
I ain't like I don't really rock with these people. Like I feel like they put her up to lose, and in a desperate measure to mess the vote up, they put up a black woman because they knew black people and women would just vote for her, whether they listen to her or not, just to say fuck the world. And then like it's been so much, well, vote for this person because that person horrible, and she said something about pushing the agenda at any by any means necessary. I don't know if I agree with that a lot. Um,
The fact that Buddy's still running for president is just crazy.
yeah,
With all the felonies and all the extra shit,
uh,
like. But I
no,
mean, we in America, man. So
it
what you
just show
expect?
you that money mean everything here. Like that's why well, that's a different conversation. So many people was like Ti snitched. I'm like, yo, y'all realize this man rich? A rich person can get a year and a day for all them guns. Like, what are we talking about? They just picked him up for some guns. They ain't pick him up shooting at nobody or nothing. Man,
Mhm.
but like that man just show if you got a lot of money, you can do what you want to around here. Cause everybody here got a price. Like, but that's yeah.
All right, we on to the next topic, man. Topic number two. Oh shoot, my bad. I gotta add you back. I just happened to see you down there. I thought you went off. Topic number two, man. The D Wade statue, man.
That joint was like a fucking thriller joint. Like it was crazy,
uh
Like, yo, like, here's my thing. You honor me with a statue. I should be able to have what to say so what I'd be like, take that motherfucker down or something. Like, nah.
Yeah.
take it down. Take it down. I should have had some
Yeah.
say that you got to show me this ugly motherfucker before you put it outside for people to see. What
Right.
the hell? They got that man looking like Larry Fishburne after they cut him up in John Wick 3. And he was looking
Yeah,
at
man.
like that shit look bad. That shit
I
I
look
had
see I
bad.
missed some comments. I see I missed some comments. So once we finish the 5 for 5, I'm gonna
yeah.
go back. I see Shy and JoJo said something about the voting and stuff we want to get back to. But
But
yeah, man, the D Wade joint. Oh man.
I want to take it a little further.
And like
I
she
don't
said, he
think
approved it. He worked with the dude who owned it.
Nah, I can't. That was crazy.
That's what he say. He saw it ahead of time. Like, but
It
he's so
might
messed up in the head right now. Who knows, man?
it might have looked good to him for real.
Yeah.
It looked tough. Like it just definitely didn't look soft. So
Yeah, man. He saw it ahead of time. He on a whole different thing, man. I don't know. D Wade. D Wade,
man,
D Wade, D
they
Wade.
just be putting statues up. I don't think everybody that got a statue deserve a statue, but that's a whole nother conversation, I guess. Uh,
Man, he ain't never lied.
that's a sports
Every every
conversation.
everybody don't deserve a statue, man. Like, what's the
Everybody, every year somebody ain't supposed to go to the Hall of Fame, but that's a whole nother conversation.
right.
yeah, like what's the statue? Like what's the yeah, like not even one. They sending what 5 people a year? Like, I mean, at that point, if you keep going, how many people gonna be in there? Like, then it
That's a
just
big
ain't the
part.
hall of yeah, it ain't you devaluing it by the more people that come in.
Right. It ain't exclusive anymore.
But it's almost like to piggyback that. It's like these kids. My son one day said he a goat. A goat.
Yeah,
What that mean? You know,
yeah,
GOAT stand for greatest of all time. It's only one of them.
Only
How
one.
can there be? Don't worry about it. But that's the new language. Like, it can be six goats at the same thing. I don't get that. I don't get that.
yeah. They messed that up when they started just giving out
Participation
the
awards.
yes, the biggest and baddest participation award. I mean, you got a team that ain't win no games and got bigger trophies and awards than the team that won the championship. Like,
Like why
that's
try?
yeah, why even shit? I could just bullshit and get what I gotta get.
Yeah.
Uh, excuse
Yeah,
me.
I just don't think. I don't know that statue shit, man. They gotta come out. Everybody don't deserve a statue, and two, make my shit look real as possible to me as you can. On to the next one. Oh man, next topic. Baby oil central, baby. Man. Oh shit, man. Where can we go and say we're here, man?
uh, I don't.
Then
What is he charged with? Like, what he do?
I
see,
think
that's
that's
that's my thing. It's a whole lot of shit going around the internet, social media, and all that. From what I seen, the lawyer said when it first came out, they said they had 60 something people doing this, and then he was just like, they playing games. They got one victim with like 50 something witnesses. You know what I'm saying? Is what they got. So his case is crazy. They dirtying up his image for what the lawyer's saying to try to build the case. But it's only one victim.
was it a child?
No, it's supposed to be a woman, I think.
Mm.
All the child stuff came from social media and different people saying. Now I don't know if it built up later, but for what I seen, that's what they said. But then they did start came around like a couple of weeks, couple of days or whatever. I think he was in jail and was saying it was a something about a 9 year old or something that I was seeing on social media. People were saying how true that was. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, because first, I mean, I guess for podcast purposes, I gotta kind of pay attention to some of this stuff. I don't be paying attention to these people business. I don't give a fuck about them people. None
Right.
of it. Like, as far as I be concerned, I, what I think about Diddy is like it sounds like people keep saying he had gay sex with a bunch of people who ain't supposed to be having gay sex. I guess. Um,
That's they.
in the world I live in, I don't care what that man doing. He ain't gonna have sex with me.
But
And even furthermore, we've been hearing about Diddy parties since the '90s. If you decided to show up at a Diddy party, whatever happened to you was kind of your fault.
yeah, they got what they were
Listen,
looking
man.
for.
The girl said it like this best. She said, "You right. It started with the Cassie case, but it's supposed to be Cassie. It's supposed to be he's suing them alcohol people. Listen, there's plenty of witnesses that said this. First of all, a freak off is not a charge. You know what I'm saying? I can freak off and do what I want to do in my house. But the girl said you got levels to the party. You got outside, then you got once you get in the house. Then once you get in the house, you got the different rooms. Once you get in the room, nobody's making you drink these champagnes as lace or take these pills. They are passing them around, asking, do you want them? You know what's in them. If you decide to take it, then that's on you. That's what I seen on one thing that a couple of witnesses said. So when people get towed up and they blah blah blah, and you wake up and every hole you got on your body hurt, that's your fault. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You knew what you was going into that room for. You just couldn't hang. It was a little. They was a little more a little more polished than what you thought. You know what I'm saying?
Like I just don't. And with all I got going on in the world today and in my city, I don't care about them people. Like if
So
that man ain't do nothing to no kids, he ain't kidnap no people. I don't really care. I don't really care. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Uh,
So and she said uh, one of the victims worked on the yacht. She said it's not about. She said sexual assault. Yeah, but what I was saying was they're saying it's sexual assault. People crying sexual assault. Some of the people saying it wasn't sexual assault. People just mad because they got recorded, which that's a crime. They said, but them people went in there knowing what they was going into. But we'll see when it all comes out. That's when these things come out. If it's true, like they said, they got video, they got film from his house, and like everybody saying on the thing, he was sex trafficking, he was doing this, that, and the third. You know, the social media takes stuff and run with it.
put a 10.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. Let's see. You know, I like to be informed on the information from different people, but them sources can't be reliable. Yeah, they did say some of the victims are children. Uh, I hope that's not true.
2 seconds.
Like, let's see where is that really true or what the scenario is. And I'm praying God, I hope not. If so, he deserved to get everything that's coming to him 100 times over.
I got five on it.
All righty, going on to the next topic. Oh shit, I didn't even know this was part of the topic. Somebody brought it up. Young Thug
Release. I mean,
release. I, on a Young Thug situation, I felt like you could fight it. We went that far. I feel like they ain't had nothing on dude, right? I feel like they ain't had nothing on them. So to take a plea that late in the joint for what is it, 15 years probation? You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like that's and you can't go to Metro Atlanta and you can't like it's a lot of crazy joints. And basically they want you to work for free for them now. You gotta do 4 free shows a year. Like, come on, man, how that's a part of my probation? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that shit is crazy. So I don't know. I just think maybe it was something else that he knew was going on and didn't come up. That 15 years of probation is crucial though, with all them little silly ass restrictions. You can tell me I
Um.
can't go to certain part of a city.
So it was a state case, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
I thought he had RICO charges. See, I kind of be out of the loop on a lot of that.
I thought that's what they was going for too.
Yeah, that's federal stuff. I never heard of a state RICO case.
Yeah, man. The whole shit was a shit show.
It was a
Like,
shame. Like with Gunna and Woody and this, like all the, it just it don't add up to me,
yeah, Woody boy, he terrible. He something tough.
man.
Uh, I just like if you ask me, it's almost like the OJ trial in the sense of I'm just like black people act like we won something.
Right.
Like
That's what
whether
once
you
again
have
we love to praise the bullshit, man. We love the bullshit. We love to be on the bullshit. Like,
whether you agree with him being home or not is one thing, right? But the fact that YSL ain't that's what they was called YSL, yeah.
Yeah.
something like that.
Like the fact that click and he was affiliated with it was attached to over 50 bodies. Like there's no other way to look at that other than it is another way to look at it. But to act like we happy that he ain't that he free and that like whatever loophole and Woody and all that is
Yeah, should I
and
say the group chat was evidence
like
and he guilty.
at some point like as a community we got to stand up against stuff like that. Like
Right. Like it's not okay. Like this shit ain't right, man.
at some point we have to because like there are kids
Looking up to them.
who gonna really believe that they gonna have a chance at getting off on all man I can go do this I can go do this and they gonna like I say he gonna have the number one album he gonna have, watch what I tell you in the next 2
Yeah,
weeks
she said he gave the orders in the group chat and they confirmed the murders in the group chat. See, I ain't look at a lot of the case. I just seen little snippets and I looked at the comical stuff. But yeah, if shit getting down like that, man,
I'm telling you, the joint ain't right. Ain't none of it ain't right. It's
yeah
too many murders involved.
like you name one person that you
and,
know
and
who
they
every
talked about the
time
murders in songs.
you name one person that you know who name come up in bullshit all the time who ain't on bullshit all the time.
Right.
So because we found technicalities for that man to be free, don't mean we supposed to be jumping for joy like the streets ain't now got to be on high alert that he home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
That's
something.
oh
just
yeah, she said she a courtroom junkie.
it's
Yeah,
just
man, but see, that's when you start to learn that the shit for the streets is for the streets, just like them broads for the streets. They
Yeah.
for the streets, like shit. I don't.
I got five on it.
that was funny still.
Oh man, this one here. Yeah, I want to talk about this. So the last five topic. Man, oh man. The DNA test they talking about giving passing the law. The women got to take DNA test at birth.
I support it.
Man, that should have been the law. Should have been the
Yeah.
thing. It saved so much trouble, headache, and it shut down these lines. Couldn't have. They always want to talk about the dogs, the men ain't shit. But what about all these kids that ain't? Man,
The
woo.
slim flam, yo.
Listen, not only do I am I for that. I know, or I think I've heard them say that they can find DNA out before she give birth. I like.
Oh
I think.
man.
I think it should be like, man. When
I
it
need to
comes
know.
to
I need to know the earliest day ASAP.
when it
Shit.
when it comes to this kid situation, man, I got so many. Like, I think so much shit should be different. Like, my body, my choice. I don't like it, and I get it. But if she say she don't want to have it, I should be able to say I want it, and she got to have it and give it to me and make her pay child support. If
Yeah.
I can say I don't want it, and she can say it's my body, I'm gonna have a baby, and you got to pay for it. I should have the option for her to stop her from having an abortion, and I take the baby.
Ooh. Hmm.
I should have
I
that
get.
option because
I
that
get
kid,
what you're saying.
50, that kid, 50% mine too,
Right.
right? So,
Hmm.
like, I just think like a lot of that shit is goofy.
But what if what when she comes to the joint? Like you saying, then you got the option. So what if she say, "Well, I don't want to have it. I don't want to have it because I don't know who the daddy is." And then what? And then where we go with that? You know what I'm saying?
You win.
Yeah.
No, but I
So
win because it ain't my baby.
Right. That's what
If you
exactly.
don't know,
I'm
So
like.
if you
so
don't
so
know who
so
the daddy, if you don't know
so
who the
she
daddy
so
is,
she so she win because
kind of,
because
but I
yeah
don't
because
lose though.
yeah you don't lose.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, should
I
I
just,
say it's a risk? Oh, she talking about the DNA test before birth. It's a risky procedure. DNA test should be mandatory. You're right. A man shouldn't be able to sign the birth certificate until he's confirmed the father. Because what if you're not the father? And that's like the same way I figure out when they put all these people on child support. I've been paying child support for 12 years, and then they find out it's not my child, whatever.
I need
That
that
lady's supposed, she need to pay all that. She should pay all that back to me
with interest.
and some. And yes, there
or
you go.
or or they should make her stand in a boxing ring with me for fucking 6 minutes. Let
Give
me
me
Uh,
the
punch on her face with some gloves.
paper. Give me the paper.
that's right, Joe. My my daddy shooting shots again. How can you say that and you don't want to vote, man? Listen, because according to this system, I pay taxes and I do everything. I got the right to say what I want to say, and according to the thing, you got freedom of speech, so I can speak on what I want to speak on. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Deacon Joe, we saw the funny looking man beat George Bush by popular vote, but he didn't get enough electoral votes.
His
So it
brother
really
took
act
the
like my
whole.
vote don't count.
Hmm.
They really
It
act like
don't.
my vote.
It don't. The electoral Jones the only ones that matter. If that's what they told us in school, that's what
Yeah.
I was told. I told this is what I was told. This is what part of the reason I don't vote. Now I can't remember correctly. I ain't the smartest, but I was told your votes matter. Your local government, your mayors, councilors, governors, and all that old stuff locally. That's who you get to represent you on the next level. You know what I'm saying? And then those electoral votes help decide the president. So basically, we are voting just to be a part of a dumb system. Basically, what they saying to make you feel like you're a part of something. You're doing all this and it don't matter.
And you know
That's what they
what?
said.
The word democracy does not appear in anything. The Constitution, the preamble, the Declaration of Independence. The word democracy never shows up, yo. It's not a democracy. That's a
Mm,
challenge. Google it. Like it's a thing. Democracy is just something that we made up to make us feel like our votes matter. It's not, man. And we pledge allegiance, man, to the republic for which it stands.
mm,
It's I'm telling you, it's all a trick.
mm.
I can go
Very,
for that.
very, 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 very true. Now let me go back to these comments. Shy JoJo said about voting since we finished the five. Black man. Okay. All right, let's see what JoJo said. You said voting is a very important part of our life. It really deals with our legislation, education, and housing.
I agree. Cuz, what up? Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, Dad, we was talking about this a little bit earlier, and I just go with the education part. Malcolm X said it best, man. Only a fool will let his enemy teach his kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We won't. But I'm gonna just say this: we won't satisfy what we had teaching our own, building our own, doing this. We wanted to know what them white people had over there in their school so bad. We wanted to integrate. We wanted to get with that to see what was going on. And then they put this stuff on us. They created this food chart. They created this. They created that. That's teaching us bad health, bad this, bad that. They all translate back to going to their medical system. It's a revolving door for money. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of when you dig into the education that they put in the school system, it's brainwashing and teach you a bunch of bad shit too. So, but you wanted to get over there so bad, that's what you get from my
Hey,
point of view.
let me ask both y'all a question. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Hmm.
When was the last time in your adult life, goddamn it, that you used Shakespeare?
Never. DMX said it best. Never, motherfucker.
Like, like from the time you hit high school, Shakespeare is so huge a part of your English grade for speak. I need English for speaking the language. I don't need English for reading how they talk English in the 1400s. But Shakespeare is a huge part of your English grade for some shit. If you not gonna study Shakespeare for the rest of your life, you never gonna use after you walk out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, that's why I want to trade school. Cause they is really wasting our kids' time. And because so many of our parents feel like they need a break for the kids, let's just send them to school. Like your kid ain't learning shit that they really gonna use in life, yo.
Right.
Start teaching our kids shit they gonna be able to use in life.
No, I agree.
We
Stop
spoke on
telling.
this last year, and I wish D was on here. I don't know if he on, man, and it showed how the school system actually making them dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, bruh, you know, I was asking my football team about the grading scale. Let me see. A, B, C, D. So you know them dudes can get like a I may be wrong, 60s or something like that, and that's a D in they 60s. Some shit I could be wrong. I may be off a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah. 60 to 70 is they on a 10-point scale. The kid told me tonight. 60 to 70,
yeah,
70 to 80 is a C, 80 to 90 is a B,
come
90 up
on,
to
bro.
100.
Bro, how the hell you get how the hell you got a 60 and that's a D, bro?
Right.
Like, and how the hell y'all feeling? You got
A
you got
59? Or actually, they might round it up. So really, you got to have less than a 56. Because if you got a 57, they throw you to 60. You know what I'm saying?
listen, bro, and then you got a Chromebook and all the extra shit you get. Like, how y'all feeling, bro?
Right. Yeah, they didn't try at all. They didn't even try to phone a friend to get it. I don't know. I don't know. It's different.
Man, it's super different for the ones that don't care. Man, the
Right.
ones in advanced classes and working hard and doing those type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like they the only ones that they care about. The crazy part is those kids gonna be fine. Like one of the meetings that I went to, city council meetings when I first started doing work with the kids, they had a bunch of straight A kids showing up there talking about being safe and walking safe, like, and how to make themselves uh like feel safe in the community. And the whole time I'm sitting there going, like, y'all kind of got the wrong kids. These kids ain't gonna have no beef with nobody. These kids, beef is the last thing these kids think about. This kid
They get
go
bullied
get a
too.
1500 on his SAT and go to Duke, bro. And that ain't no slight to him.
Yeah.
But you skewing the numbers if you ain't going to the kids who really don't feel safe. Like, if you ain't going to the kids who really feel like they have to tote a gun because they terrified when they go outside their house, then your numbers is skewed. You ain't really understanding. Like, you reaching out to the wrong dynamic. And like in the school, like, cause I go to passages too. Like in the school, like a lot of it is like teachers are more, it's more like a daycare now than it is an actual school, man. They do more babysitting than they do actual teaching. And
Right.
and a lot of it is teachers being afraid of the kids and being afraid of the parents. Like, now we live in a world where everybody can get sued for anything, and uh
And
parents parents just show up and want to fight on teachers. Like, it'd be a lot. It's a lot to these teachers, but they
and look at it
only
like this too, bro. We got more. Trying to think of the proper word to use. We got more remedial students than we had when we was in school. There's way more kids diagnosed and on all types of stuff, but way less remedial special ed classes. Now they got everybody in the regular rooms.
yeah, I can go for
So
that.
that's a lot for a teacher to fucking deal with. You want me
Facts.
to have 40 kids in the class and 15 of these motherfuckers is straight unstable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how? When you had when you had the special ed class back in the days and they had 5 to 10 kids with like 8 teachers, you know what I'm saying? Now you want one teacher with 15 of these motherfuckers in the class
Yeah, I
and
get
15 regular kids. Like, come
that.
on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Facts.
shit, we laughing, but that shit is crazy what they doing. Like, yeah, teachers making TikToks, teachers doing this because the school system and shit don't take their jobs serious. They underpaying them. You gotta remember they spent your kid is spending what? What they spend 8 hours, not 8 hours in school a day?
Mhm. They go in at 7, coming out at least 6, 7. Might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least, yeah. That's a
Come on,
long
man.
chunk of the day.
And the teachers are not making, like you say, it begins, it really begins at home. But that goes back to what we saying. How can it begins at home when the mama and the grandma and the granddaddy and the daddy all uh the proper word to use was in the special ed classes, all special ed. And they don't know how to handle it, so they don't want you to say nothing to their kid. Jojo tried to put something up here to answer your question. You Google this because they got all types of languages in here. It said democracy. I ain't gonna read all that other language. Is a system of government in which the state power is vested in the people of the general.
Yeah.
But it's not in the Constitution, he said though.
Yeah, it ain't the Constitution. The Republic is for the law. Democracy is for the people.
Yeah,
Uh, but the people, like we said, we don't choose the president. Period.
facts. So when people say, "Oh man, you ain't vote today," yeah, why did you? Like if
Right.
you want to be real, why did you? What did your what did your you know what I'm saying?
It matters
And
though.
she
Like
said,
I know people died for the right. So I mean I respect it. I respect it. You know, I never speak radical against the Constitution or against the country. Um, it is what it is. It speaks for itself. You
And
know what
then
I'm
I'm gonna just say this, and I ain't speaking on what you saying in general. And me and my dad was talking about this today. Everything our ancestors did, say, or do is not right. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
So sometimes we got to go back and correct that shit that's been taught for years wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
because your ancestors did it don't mean it's right. Just because your great grandma you love told you and
Yeah,
you respected to death don't mean it's right. Nah, that
for
shit
sure.
wrong. And we need to stop saying it because it's wrong.
Yeah,
So don't get mad at me when I tell you it's wrong. And so shit like that. We gotta start really dissecting. As we can say when it comes to certain things, it's power in words. Well, yeah, the same thing when you speaking that wrong shit over and over to the people, it's power in those words too.
yeah, yeah. Agree.
So
I
it,
just
it go it goes a lot of ways. And she said the teachers don't even have to be certified no more. Yeah, that's like when they did shit. Just we talking about teachers. Imagine when they was doing that to the police. They were just hiring, like in Florida, they just was hiring motherfuckers, anybody to come up, giving them a gun and a badge and authority and power. That's worse than teachers. You want to talk about teachers? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like backgrounds crazy and the whole nine. They just snatching them up, adding them to the police force.
Hmm.
You think voting actually mattered in the past? I still think it was the same system. It made you feel like it was a part of something. To me, I just say a lot of these people that participate in the election and voting and stuff don't even vote locally. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's ass backwards. That's like you trying to build a house starting with your roof. Like, nah, you got to start at the bottom and work up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna vote for the president, but you ain't vote locally. You don't vote locally. You don't pay attention locally. None of that. Like, so when it comes to voting, I see a whole lot of different shit. You know why people really? I don't know, man. I ain't gonna talk about the vote shit.
Like
Cause
back in the day, I can't imagine them hand counting all the votes in the entire country, man, coming up with a realistic number by hand. Like
yeah,
that's kind of far fetched.
yeah,
Like pre-internet, like pre-phone, like all of that. Like that's crazy.
that's like Columbus discovered America type shit. You know what I'm
They counting
saying?
millions and hundreds of millions. Like that's wild. I don't know.
Ain't even his real fucking name. People
Right.
crazy. They tell us anything.
Chris Stone.
Yeah, people crazy. Oh shit. They wild, man. But they keep telling you and you believe it. It got a Columbus Day
man got a whole day
Oh,
all day.
scraping
because
and
he
pilling.
discovered some shit people was already at.
Yeah.
That they already knew about. Sent them on a dummy mission. They ain't, man, we ain't, man.
But that's just like people get mad at me for saying this, but Thanksgiving was the last supper for the Indians.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
It was bad.
You really think about it, like that was the last supper for the Indians.
Let me
Yeah.
just think of this. Let me
The
just say this
pilgrims
too.
were on straight bullshit, man. That was not a good time. Pilgrims
Never.
on some shit, man. They
But
did us dirty.
but it's but it's a holiday.
Right.
Like in history, anytime any big movement ever, name one time the Caucasians weren't treacherous. Name one.
Hmm.
Exactly. So why would we believe and trust them with anything now when their history and their pattern shows that's what they want? Either they're gonna persuade you or run some type of scam on you to get it. If not, they're gonna give you some type of disease to get what they need. If not, they're gonna murder and kill you. You only got three options. Fall for the okie doke or get this disease. If that don't work, then we're gonna kill your ass.
Mm.
That's what they
Yeah,
do. I mean, show me any other time different, bro.
Mm.
But they want to run around and tell you they scared of black folks. Yeah, fucking right. You the killers, you the murderers, you the rapists, you know what I'm saying? Everything you saying, that's what you are. That's y'all shit.
Mhm.
That opens up a whole nother can of worms, man. They never ready for that.
Yeah, facts. Cause I'm one of them people who say the biggest hoax that they ever played on us was after using violence to get everything they wanted in this country. Now they made well, as soon as we
Turn
started fighting back,
turn the other cheek.
people said violence ain't the answer. Huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what
Nothing
they tell
good
you.
comes from
Why
nothing
why they
good
still
comes
why
from
they
violence.
still killing you? Why they still
Nothing
killing you? The
good
police
comes
and
from violence.
everything.
Man, y'all got everything y'all want from violence. Them people who own them diamond mines in Africa, they ain't got them. They ain't just walk up on people and say, "Hey, would you do this for me?"
Mhm.
Everywhere they went, everywhere they did, you redo the history. Violence, violence, violence.
Soon as
Motherfucker
people
showed up.
start fighting back,
Motherfucker showed up. They showed up with the muskets, and it was a problem. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
soon as
You
soon
out
as the
here with
motherfuckers start fighting back, then it's oh no, violence ain't the answer. Violence never solves anything. What? You ain't never been punched in your mouth, hey?
That's why they wrote
yeah.
the law. They wrote the law to stop people from doing the things that put everything in motion. Before the laws were written, it was all lawless. It was survival of the fittest.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, yeah. What
To
no?
everybody, but to everybody, armed themselves and became wild. Long as
They
certain
make
people was wild, it was all good.
Right.
they make the rules to the game as we play.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I thank y'all for coming on this episode. To my female guest that's supposed to got on, I wrote down y'all topics y'all wanted to talk about. Y'all didn't get on. We're looking back, going back into interviewing. Like I said, I want to get back with the police episode. I got my brother coming on, my cousin, Pastor Damika Kelly coming on this episode. We're going back here. Um, this season, I keep saying episode. This season, we're looking forward, man. We're gonna interview a couple of good people, and we're gonna try to take this thing to another level. Y'all got anything y'all want to say in the closing words,
Peace.
Um,
man?
remember that life happened. It's how you gonna deal with. It's how you deal with life that's gonna define you as a human being.
And JoJo, anytime you want to be on the show, man, just let me know, man. We can make it happen. Let me go to the comments. Somebody commented. Uh, oh, thanks, Shaq. She said, great show. Anytime you want to be on Pops, man, let me on. And we supposed to do a religion spill last year. A couple of people that we needs the law and apologies to the females. Yeah, listen, on the religion piece, I want to do that because I know we got to shoot just in our family alone. Cause with you, Knox, Sean, JoJo, and a couple of different people, it's mad different forms of different religions and stuff they done dissect and known. You know what I'm saying? That we can have a real, conversation.
Yeah.
Um, like I say, and I said to my pops, man, I don't know what I believe as of now. You know what I'm saying? As we always say, even on here, that book that everybody refer to, man, it'll have you back and forth all over the place. So much contradicting stuff in there. Then other religions, everything. Like I said to my dad today, and I say this. Words like belief, faith, hope, trust. Those are some terrible words, bro. They really play with your mind. If you really, what is belief, bro? You know what I'm saying?
What you think perhaps might be true.
Yeah, say that again, cuz.
Belief is what we think perhaps might be true.
Those are man fucking
That is
words,
fire.
bro.
That is fire. That is fire. That is fire. Yeah, yeah. That's a perfect way to describe that. That is
No,
literally
and that's exactly how I just. I swear to God, if my dad on, I swear to God, but my dad on here, I said it. I said something. Swear for God and for white men. But listen, I said that to my dad today, just like that, and I was just like, of course I ain't use these words. I was like, those are my fucking words that already have you fucked up when you believe in that word. Belief, faith, trust, hope. You know what I'm saying? Them shit set you up for failure, bro.
Yeah.
When you really dissect that shit. But that's a
Mhm.
whole nother topic, man. You know what I'm saying?
oof. Wow. Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's what I'm about to have me go on and on. Like, because listen, man, there's so much stuff we are told and we don't pay attention to. It's like, man, when you start thinking and you get a different understanding, you're like, hold on, wait a minute, damn. So what's really real out here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I always I'm still closing with my saying, and we're gonna leave it like that. May the wind always be at your back, and the sun always upon your face, and the wings of destiny carry you aloft to dance with the stars. Until next time, next Tuesday at 9, keep on listening with pleasure, of course. Thank y'all.
All right now.
Two fingers. Peace out.
Great.